he won't get the sin. He will not get the sin. However, if the man remains with this woman and years go by and a great deal of time goes by and she refuses to implement these basic instructions that are clear from the Quran and the Sunnah, and he lives with her, there lies no doubt the husband is at severe risk of getting sin and anger from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not like a woman who does something one day and the next day she doesn't. She's sinful, she's back and forth, it's a struggle, it's a fight. That's one thing. We have sins, mistakes, flaws, and shortcomings that we battle on a daily basis. We battle with these demons, shaitan and the nafs. But the years go by and the person is making no effort to stop, no effort to change, no effort to do that basic, simple act of Islam. There lies no doubt it's very difficult for you to remain with that person. Very difficult for a man to remain married to a woman, and years have went by in a relationship, and she still doesn't want to do something basic as hijab. And he's accepted it, and he lives with it. Something is wrong, and it's possible for him to receive anger from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah to punish him. It's possible. Because it has to come a time in which the line has to be drawn. I'm your brother, Imran, I'll give you advice, so on and so forth, so on and so forth. But after I feel that there's no hope, I've lost hope, Imran is not going to listen to me, his affairs with Allah, Allah will guide him, khalas, we're no longer friends. He still wants to drink, party, and chase girls. And I've told him, and I've explained to him, and it was clear. I sat down with him in a proper way. I was harsh, I was gentle. We went to conferences, lectures, people have spoken to him, and he still wants to be a party animal. We can't be friends anymore. And if I continue to be his friend and to sit and laugh and joke and travel and party with him, even if it's not the haram party, but we're just having our own permissible type of fun, and you go and do that kind of stuff, something's wrong with my iman, severely. And there lies no doubt that Allah's punishment can come down when I'm just sitting in his company. Not even doing harm, but just being with him. So there has to be a level, has to be a limit in which the Muslim, a line, the Muslim has to draw, even if it's his own wife. And Allah says in the Quran Kareem, from your children, from your spouses, from your family members, husbands, is I do, an enemy. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. And that applies to men as well. If a woman is with a man, and the man continues to do those acts, he doesn't care, years have went by, and only Allah knows those who can change. Only Allah knows what is in the hearts of his slaves. But we're talking about that which is, I'm talking about that which is what? Apparent in our word. He's been doing it for the last 15 years of their marriage. Very difficult for him to stop doing it. And she lives with him upon that major act of displeasure to Allah. Something's wrong with her. And we're not talking about a sin that's hidden or a sin that is kept behind closed doors. A woman not wearing the hijab outwardly, publicly. She walks down the street. It's a problem. She may do something in her house and she hides it. That's one thing. But it's public in front of everyone. It's a different story. So we have to be very careful. Allah knows best. We'll stop here now for the adhan. Allah, the exalted, surely knows best. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. What after the adhan? Inshallah. Follow.
Now, if the lady is disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, she's getting double sin, right? Because she's disobeying her husband too. Because her husband is trying to...
Well, I mean, Yani, her disobeying the husband is disobedience to Allah. As if it's the same.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the same, but as if it's the same. Whereas this is something that's very important reminder for our sisters. The only reason why you should obey your husband, or the main reason, is because Allah commanded you. The Prophet ordered you. And many women, they get it messed up. I'm not listening to him, no man is going to control me, so on and so forth. La ilaha illallah. Are you a slave of your own nafs? Or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Who told you to listen and to obey and respect your husband? This is a right that he has from Allah.
The Prophet says, if it wasn't any other person to bow to, you would bow to your husband.
They may say the hadith is made up by men.
They
say this, yeah. They said this hadith is clearly fabricated by male chauvinists. Allah knows best. Jazakumullah khairan.
There you go. Look.